Welcome to this week's vlog, and it's the day when the clocks go back. So we all got an extra hour in bed, but of course that means that the nights are going to start drawing in a lot earlier now. We are hurtling towards winter. Of course, we're also hurtling towards Christmas, which is lovely. And from now on, I'll be showing you all of my Christmas prep. I start really early in the season as I don't like to be rushed. And I've not only got the cottage to decorate, but I've also got my homeware store and my country cozy cafe and deli. So that's a long process. But one of the foundations of decorating in a very cozy way, in a very hygge-inspired way, is the light. I would go as far as to say that the lighting at this time of year is the most important thing when it comes to a sense of coziness and a sense of warmth and infusing a space with that sense of hygge. So this was actually part of a mini course that I uploaded into my Homebody Companion Club membership just this week. There are 3 principles with regards to how I like to light my home at this time of year, and I'm going to go into those right now. But first, let me say, just in case any of you are wondering, it was too wet and windy for me to put the final coat on my front door. So I will reveal all next week. But also this coming Saturday, so the 1st of November, is when I'm finally sending out my Cozy Cottage Christmas Planner. So this is my modern English country living guide to Christmas. It goes right from the 1st of November through to bedtime on Boxing Day, but it gives you everything that I have learned over 30 years of hosting Christmas. Then use the link below to sign up to the Daily Homebody, and you will be sent my quintessential Cozy Cottage Christmas Planner next Saturday, the 1st of November, so that you can start and we can go through this whole preparation for Christmas lark together. Okay, on with the lighting. But keep watching, because in this episode, I've got a wonderful idea for a little cozy corner in the sitting room. We also take a trip down to Homebody. I've got 3 variations on an outfit theme that I wear all the time. And I show you something very exciting that I've waited years for. And it finally happened. Okay, when it comes to lighting my spaces at this time of year, and I say spaces because it doesn't just mean here at home at the cottage, also down at the deli and in Homebody, anywhere really. I work on 3 foundational principles. I work on 3 layers of light. Don't worry, I am absolutely going to give you some visual and videos from my own homes over the course of the years that illustrate what I'm talking about here. Number 1 is the ambient layer. This is the base layer of light. This is the light that creates the soft overall glow. Lamps, wall sconces, a very low hanging pendant. I always think that they work so brilliantly over a dining room table. This type of light, it replaces the harsh overhead light and creates just a real sense of calm. The second layer in my 3 layers of light is the task light. This is a focused but gentle type of light. So it's a reading lamp that sits by you, desk lights, kitchen counter lamps, the ones that help you see and do things like maybe prepare a meal or a cozy supper in the evening or read a book by the fire. So you don't have to strain to do anything, but it's not glaring either. And then the 3rd and final layer of light, and my personal favourite, is the accent light. This is the type of light that adds the magic. So this includes the candles, the fairy lights, the tiny little lamp that's tucked behind a pile of books. And so there's just a glow that sort of emanates from behind it. A picture light that hangs above the picture or the portrait and just lights the artwork just beautifully. We've all seen those in galleries. It's done so well. Lighting, when done well, is just transformative. I know you know this, but I just want to remind us of that at this time of year. As it gets darker, and it might be scary for some of us to go into those sort of darker days, but just to remind ourselves that it's possible to create absolute magic in our homes with just these 3 layers of light. So what happens when we work with these 3 layers, when we have them working together, and when they overlap softly and gently together, we get that wonderful depth and warmth and layering that we call hygge. So lighting is one of the most powerful ways that we can use to change how a room feels. And at this time of year, good lighting really comes into its own. Lighting with a sense of hygge is not about brightening a room. It's about adding an atmosphere. It's about how we make a space feel safe, layered, cozy, warm, and alive, so that they instantly feel more warmer, softer, and more human, no matter what the size or style of your home. Lots of people make the mistake of lighting from above. We don't want to do that. We're not being interrogated. Ceiling lights that flood the room with light tend to flatten a room. Instead, we bring the light to live where we live, which is at our level. We place our lamps at eye level when we're seated, not standing. We spread the light sources around the room rather than clustering them all in one corner. We avoid lighting every corner. We don't have to do that at all. Leave some shadow. Hygge works best with contrast. Our whole lives are contrast. It's what gives a room atmosphere, and it's what gives our lives variation. So why do we do this? It's to invoke the feeling of light, and we want that feeling to be one of hygge, safety, calm, coziness. We want the light to envelop us and not interrogate us. As I said to my amazing Homebody Companion Club members this week, good lighting is not decoration. It's emotional architecture, and I stand by that. You needn't have to redo your entire house. You'll see as we go up to Christmas, and in the videos and photos that I'll show you after this section, how I've done it myself over the years. So if I could leave you with one final thought, if you're unsure about this hygge lighting thing, I believe, and I have experienced over many years, that hygge begins the moment we choose the light that loves us back. What do I mean by that? We invite hygge in when we choose the light that makes us and our space and our loved ones and our guests and our pets feel safe and calm and cozy and warm and together. And that's that. But don't take my word for it. Let me show you some examples. But we're in here and we're wrapping up all of the orders that have come in overnight. So we're sending out one of the new cobweb brushes. And what's quite exciting, I've wrapped it already. Let me show you what they look like now because it's quite exciting. So they're exactly the same cobweb brush. Everything is the same English brush makers. But now we've got Homebody Cherry Menlove cobweb brushes. Oh my goodness, they're still made in England. We've also got Homebody Cherry Menlove pocket brushes, and it carries on. Homebody Cherry Menlove pastry brushes, Homebody Cherry Menlove dusting brushes. I've got my own line of brushes. My tripod broke this week. I was out in the garden yesterday and I was filming some bits with my DSLR, which is a lot heavier. I just sort of slowly saw it being blown over and it all went into slow motion.
and this really expensive camera that I've had for a long time, but it was still quite spenny at the time, just sort of crashed to the ground. It didn't break the camera, but it certainly broke the tripod. I'm propping the phone up in really odd positions. I just wanted to explain that ahead of this week's vlog. I'm like building these little constructions to prop my phone up. It's nonsense. So this little writing bureau here, £30. Facebook Marketplace. Can you tell I'm proud? So I wanted something for this corner here. What did I have here? I had a little walnut unit there, and it was too small, and I wanted to fill the corner more. So I think what I'm doing, sort of going forward, certainly into Christmas, is just going through like step by step every single thing that I'm doing here in the cottage, not just to get ready for Christmas, but really just what I'm doing in general. It will contain lots of Christmas bits and bobs, because this year, weirdly, I'm almost more prepared than I've ever been. I think it's because I've been doing it for so many years. And that's how I managed. I mean, admittedly, I did work on it for many, many months, like pulling it all together. The planner that I've spoken about before. But I'm using that planner myself, and I think that's why I'm sort of, I don't want to say ahead, because then the bottom might drop out. But this whole corner here, and the way I'm going to do it, is just a really good example of the 3 layers of light that I use in my home. And it's how I create a sense of hygge within the home, certainly at this time of year. I'm just looking at these clips, holding my plaits up. I can't see them when I look in the mirror. They look ridiculous. I think they're hidden, and they're really seriously not. It's all right, I can handle it. It all needs sort of tidying up and a little bit of time spent on it. So I'm playing with 3 lamps here. I've got this one, which is, this has a pooky shade on it, and again, is on a horrible base. You're going through this whole time with me. So I don't want anyone to think that I like these lamp bases. I am at pains to point this out. This one, it's the same base. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not keen on it. But I don't like this shade. This shade is fine in another place, but here it's a little bit dull. So instead, I'm going to use this little USB because it's smaller. This is a much, much better size. I would like even smaller. I have this here, which I don't really want anymore. So because it's coming into November, I get this out each year. But I love it, and it comes out every winter. And it's a snow scene with a little church and 2 very elderly women. You can tell because they're sort of hunched over, and one of them's got a walking stick, going to church. I just love them so much, and I love this scene. And it's incredibly dark. I mean, it's almost black, I can see. And there are my 2 favourite ladies. And it looks like there may be 2 children there. So, oh, and there's, you know, a light, a lovely sort of warm light coming. So I certainly don't think they'll be alone, or that the church will be empty when they go in. So the writing desk has got this very sort of worn and torn leather. But I'm going to clean this leather with this, which is Mrs. B's beeswax polish. Pure beeswax. The wax has come from bees in the garden, and the lavender is also from lavender in Louisa's garden, and this is all in Yorkshire. Just a quick note about the beeswax. Louisa, who makes the beeswax, also made this wreath. But isn't she marvellous? She makes these wreaths and makes the beeswax polish. She's extraordinary. What's really exciting is that I bought 2 of the wreaths to sell in Homebody for Christmas, which they've gone down an absolute storm. People love them.
And hopefully in the new year, I'll be able to carry Louisa's beeswax. If you're a homebody like me, which you must be if you're watching this, we love a product that's pure and clean and works. And this beeswax is amazing, but she has to do lots of things before I can sell it to the public. Ingredients and all of that sort of thing. So, but watch this space. It's so exciting.
A copy of Wind in the Willows and Pride and Prejudice. And then there's Grace and Truth by Thackeray. And I've got a little Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass. I'll put it there, and then the cards can go on top. I don't know. I'll always fiddle about. It's Sunday morning, and on Friday, which was when I was doing my little writing bureau, my children were having a gathering here at the cottage that evening. And before I finished the bureau, they had to be picked up and we had to get ready for this gathering. So I ran out of time. So I'm going to finish it this week. I'm almost there, and show it to you next Sunday. I think this happens when there's a lot going on and you've got teenagers that are entering their party stage. That's what happened this week. So I'm rolling with the punches, and I will be back with you, and lots more actually, because I was putting some lights up as well next week. Bear with me. So I've got another outfit of the week, but this week it's a bit different. I've got 3 variations for you. So I tend to live in jeans, but I can't relax in jeans. And I don't know whether you're the same. Like, I cannot relax in jeans. It's that thing of coming home and having to take your bra off. Yeah, I can't relax in jeans at all. But this is exciting because I don't think you can see me because of my tripod issue. I've got these amazing jeans. I'll give you a proper look. So these are the After 9 REMI jeans. Pockets, and the best bit is the elasticated waist. And the pockets are so deep. So let me tell you about After 9. They were set up by a lady called Sophie. Now, I knew about After 9, so I've been sent these jeans. So After 9 is after carrying babies for 9 months, because your body changes, but also it changes throughout menopause, it changes throughout your life, really. So After 9 is after 9 months, and it's beyond. And I love that. I'll be in them for the rest of the year. They meet my criteria, which are they're comfortable, doesn't matter if I get them dirty, and I like them. This is the blouse that I've worn previously, and it's see-through. Let me show you what I'm putting with it. So it's another one of my tank tops. This is mine. I've had this for ages and ages. This is Bowden. I might just tuck it in. I kind of like it. Oh, but I wanted to show you what I would add. These chunky pearls. I love them. I feel great in this. The second outfit is just with a black turtleneck. I love denim and black. I found out this year that black isn't actually one of my colours. Again, I kind of love a black polo neck, especially with jeans, and a big chunky set of pearls. I think there's something so glorious about a big chunky set of pearls like this, especially when they're just with, a really casual pair of jeans and a brown leather belt, indigo denim, brown leather, and a polo neck. So there's a storm raging outside right now. It's feeling very much Hebridean. So I've got my tartan top on. I love tartan so much. You know that because I've got the kilt that I wear all the time. It's quite seasonal. And if I was going out and about, then I would wear this mustard jacket. This is cord, and I love cord, as you know.
yeah, this is a Bowden. Then I'd have a bag and my scarf and all of those kind of things. It's quite autumnal. So all of these items are mine. I have purchased them, apart from my jeans. But I wanted to do a jeans edit because I'm in jeans so much. If I'm showing outfits, you can kind of get into a trap of thinking, oh, that's too ordinary or that's too normal. It's got to be much more elevated than that. I mean, that's not how I live. I'm in jeans constantly. So although I can't relax in them, I certainly wear them a lot during the day. I'm now going down to the deli and I'm going just like this. So if I see you in Petworth and I look like this is where I've come from. Still Monday and it's still raining and miserable. But Daisy and I are starting to put the fairy lights up for the festive season in Homebody Petworth. Ooh. Oh, I think I've done this wrong. I've wrapped it up too thickly. I need it longer. Come back to me, Amy. Come back to me. A, when I can speak, and B, in a minute. Okay, I think I've worked out the light situation because it's just more of a glow. Have I mentioned that, Daisy?
I don't think you have on camera.
Oh, so it's more of a glow. So I'll tap those up in a minute. It's more of a glow. If I keep saying that, it will start to mean something. Okay. Are you seeing the vision, Daisy? Yes? So there we are, there's the glow. And then I'll put things up here and then the glow will emanate from behind the items. Oh dear, it's only Monday. So we're creating another glow. Another glow from inside the fireplace. A hearth that glows. I'm tired. My arms are aching. I can't get the hooks in.
Can I have the lights, Daisy?
Let's create that glow, Daisy. Oh my God. What else were we to do on a rainy, rather dismal Monday afternoon? Huh? Apart from hang fairy, adorn, I'm getting all poetic, adorn Homebody with fairy lights. Daisy's looking at me like, can I go home yet? Do I have to work here? I don't care that you're my auntie. Have the most wonderful week. If you've got people on half term this week, have the most fun. Don't forget that on Saturday, which is when I don't usually send an email out at all, but this Saturday, the 1st of November, I'm sending out my Cozy Cottage Christmas planner. So sign up to the Daily Homebody below and you will have that hit your inbox in a festive flurry this coming Saturday. Have a lovely week. Thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to hear all about the hygge-inspired vibe that you give your homes this year. Take care and lots of love. Bye.